Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on when or where you're watching this video. If this is your first time coming across my video, kindly hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, and don't fail to like and share. Right, also, if you have a question or you just have any comments that you want to put, you can as well say thank you in the comment section. I won't mind. Thank you so much. All right, so I'm going to be showing you how I made this exact flyer, right, using Adobe Photoshop. So we're going to be doing it all over again so that you get the process and everything that is involved, right? So let's go to Photoshop now, right? So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to open a new document. So we are going to be using the 4x5 Instagram size instead of the square, right? So let's click on create. I forgot to show you something, so let's go back again. All right, so it's good you understand certain things. Now what I want to show you is the resolution, right? Always ensure that your resolution is 300. Is a standard, right? Don't go less, don't go higher, right? So let's go now. So when I'm creating my design, there's what I said in one of my videos is that your design doesn't have to be colorful to be beautiful, right? So there are three things that you must achieve as a designer with your or in your design. Number one is, let me write it for you so that you see. Number one is clarity, right? And number two is simplicity, and the both of them work together to form number three, which is uniqueness. So when you are able to achieve these three things in your design, it is a goal, right? So now, in order for me to achieve this, now the first thing I do, there are people who start off by bringing backgrounds into their Canva before they bring every other element. I don't know how it works for them. For me, it doesn't work for me, because I believe that when I'm bringing the background first, it has a way of controlling my creativity, and I don't like it. So what I do, I ensure that my texts are properly arranged. Now this is a friends and family. Okay, friends, let's separate the word already. Friends, and I'm going to change, let me use Poppins medium first, right? All right, friends, family. So because this is the theme of the program, I give it premium attention, because it has to be properly arranged, right? Sunday. Okay, so now let's go. So what we're going to do next is to see how we are going to, let's make this bold. Let's make it bold, and then let's reduce the tracking so that the letters come close to each other, right? All right, so this is personal preference for me. I always do not like when there are spaces. All right, so I'm going to keep it like this first. Friends, right, and family Sunday. So for the Sunday, I'm going to change the font for the Sunday. Mind you, when you're designing, use a maximum of three fonts max. So don't use more than three fonts in your design, else it's going to look like a kindergarten kind of stuff. So I'm going to use okay, let me use formula. All right, so I'm going to bring this close, so pay very close attention. I don't know if I'm too fast, but I'll try my best not to be too fast. All right, or let's use Hosa. I think the font is, let me use Hosa, of course, Hosa medium, of because this is it. All right, so first of all, I want to check the alignments. Okay, this is the alignments button. This is left, right, this is center, right? Then I will, select, add the background to it, centralize it to ensure that it is centralized as the bottom. So the next thing I'm bringing here is the word and. So I'm going to change this to poppins. So I would like you to hold me accountable, considering the number, for the number of fonts that I'm going to use in this design. All right, so this is okay. Let's change to something else, because that poppins is not giving me, it's not working for the and. We can as well use this, but mind you, we are not going to count this as one of the fonts. All right, even if we do, I'm not going to exceed 3. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is to create a circle, right? One of the mistakes that most people make in design is to do a cut and paste. What I mean by cut and paste, like family, and we just write everything together as zaga, so it's not going to work, right? So I'm going to use this to give it a style, right? Let me reduce it a bit. Okay, maybe I should centralize it again to see that is at the center. Then I'm going to move this layer up above, right? And I'm going to reduce it a bit. Let it be at the middle of the shape. All right, so the next thing we're going to do, I want to create a space for the photographs. So I'm going to have one here, right? And I'm also going to have another one, but this one now I'm going to widen it, right? I'm going to scale it more because it's going to carry 2 pictures. Then I'm going to bring this again, just duplicate that and bring it here again. So the next thing that I'm going to do now, let me see if I can raise this up a bit, right? Then okay, you just have to go up. This one we even have to go up. Okay, so now let's see how we are going to. The next thing we're going to do is to let me scale this. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is to adjust one of the angle radius, which is the right angle. So I'm going to come to properties, right? So I'm going to unlink them here, because it is just this side, it is just this angle that I want to adjust the radius. So I'm going to come back to the properties, and I'm going to just adjust it to see what works. Okay, what's this? This is 112. So I'm going to come here, instead of just dragging, I just put 112, because what I use for the other one was 112. On this one I use 112 as well. Okay, let's go. We're getting there. Should I be increasing this? We're getting there. So now the next thing that we're going to do, I want to bring in some other details. So the date is Sunday 25th January, and I'm going to use poppins as well for the date, but this time I'm going to bold, right? So I'm going to write the date Sunday, right, 25th, right, January. So I am going to put it in caps. Then I'm going to adjust the leading to ensure that they are close to each other. All right, so maybe the tracking is too close. Okay, I'm good. All right, I'm gonna bring it here, change the color to white, right? Then I'm going to scale it down so that it fits in to Okay, let me select the both, and I'm going to, centralize. All right, all right, all right. Maybe I should bolding this more. Let's make it extra bold or black. Let's see if no, it's too much. I'm going to reduce it to extra bold. Extra bold. Okay. So the next thing I'm going to bring in here now is the time, which is I'm just going to duplicate that to save my time. 4:00 p.m. All right. So I'm just going to give it a little divider at the middle. This one is not a do or die affair, just personal preference. I want to give it a style. All right. So I love centralizing. I love aligning things. When my text and whatever, they are not properly aligned, I don't feel comfortable, right? So because you have to be perfect. You need to have excellence, as a mindset, because the Spirit of God dwells in you, and that Spirit of God is the Spirit of excellence. All right, so you can't afford to just do things anyhow, because you have God and you have overcome. Right, now let's go. So the next thing we are going to do now, okay, let's bring in other details. What's the name of the ministry? I have Ignite Youth in Gathering. I'm also going to use Poppins, right? So you see, I have literally stayed with two fonts since, except this and, right? So it doesn't really matter. So I'm going to do Ignite Youth in Gathering. So the in gathering will have to, it doesn't have to be bold. Let's bring it to medium. Then we're going to scale it down. We are going to scale it down. So let's adjust the lid a bit. They are a bit, okay, too close. Then I'm going to duplicate this. Now how I'm duplicating this, you can use Ctrl J and just move it, but for the sake of time, I just hold my Ctrl Shift and alternate, then I move it. All right, so then the next thing is Enthroned Life Christian Center. Enthroned Life. Then this one will be Christian Center. So the next one is Ignite Reverb Podcast. Ignite Reverb, then podcasts. Okay, I think they are still too big. Let's bring it down a bit. Emphasis is on the theme of the program, which is family and friends. So now the next thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to bring in a divider. This is optional, personal preference. I love it when I have it. All right, so I'm going to copy it and just move it to, all right, so the next thing I'm going to do, just going to highlight all of them, then I align to ensure, I use the alignment button to ensure they are properly aligned. So I'm going to group them together now, so that I can, also, mind you, I want to centralize it. I want to make sure they are at the center of the whole document. So I have grouped them together. It's not a group, so I'm going to click it, then bring this thing down, scroll down. While the layer is still selected here, right, I'm going to come down, hold my control, and select the background layer. So you see, I've selected it too. So the reason for this is because I want to align it with the background, right? So I'm going to come here and centralize. You see now, it's now at the center of the, Canva. Gong. Right. So the next thing we're going to do, let's bring in every other details. Okay, at the bottom we have Ignite, and I'm still going to use Poppins. Ignite Sunday, January. Okay, so Now let's reduce the size and let's adjust the leading. So we are going to use the, what's it called, the italics wherever button. So this one, Ignite Sunday, I'm going to make it bold, right? Let's make it extra bold, while January remains medium. So I'm going to bring it down. So the next thing is the venue, the location. All right, so this is what's the venue again? Living Bread, Living Bread, sorry, Living Bread Event Center. I'm breaking the line because everything necessarily don't have to be on a straight line, right? So then the address is number 9 Elegbede Street, yeah, Barua bus stop, Ibaja. Then we can as well add Lagos to it. All right, so this particular one, I'm going to shrink it down. I'm going to scale it down. It's too big. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do, I will just align. I love aligning, right? I love alignments. So let's go. I'm just going to copy this again and I'll scale it down, right? So this is where I'm going to have, the phone numbers, right? For more info, blah 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 blah. Then I'm going to have the phone number here, like plus 234 09124252879. Then also have plus 2348123481546. Okay, then there's a reason why I didn't write. I want to write for more info separately. For more info. Okay, so these just have to come to regular. Let's bring this to regular. Then we are going to scale it down. Let me give it medium so that there will not be partial. So let's scale it down. So I'm going to highlight them together and align and ensure they are aligned to the left. Then I group them together. All right, so the next thing now, I think this address is still too big for my liking. Sorry, I don't know. Address has to be visible. All right, someone just have to be able to see it. But the reason why you see me doing this like this is because of the space that I have. All right, and the church is necessary, just not advertising the address, they are advertising the program. All right, so you can see the name of the church self is just there, right? So you have to work according to what your client wants. You have to do what they want. There's need for us to be creative, right? But you know, being artistic and you are going against what your client wants, it's not really a good idea, right? So it doesn't make you a professional. You can I've had experiences where I do great works. I'll be like, oh my god, this is wonderful, and I'll deliver it. My client will tell me no. They want to send one sample. They'll be telling you how to put this and they will scatter the job. It's all part of it. You know, it's their job. But the only thing is that I have the right to decide if the job appear on my portfolio or not. All right, so not every job will appear on your portfolio. So what's next? I think, okay, the social media handles. So let's do now. We are going to have, let's ungroup this. I'll take this off. So let's have, you know, at enthroned. Sorry, let's remove the at. Enthrone life, and also ignite reverb. So what we are going to do, we are going to use I'm going to bring in what's it called, social media icons, to address that, to put them, so on and so forth. All right, so I think this you just have to go back a bit. I don't know, something is just off. Maybe let me see if I can do this. Ooh. Just hope that's not a mistake. Let's go. Hope someone is learning. Please, if you have a question, put it in the comments. I'll attend to it. All right, so sorry, I'm not saving now. So the next thing I'm gonna do, I'm also gonna bring in a divider. I love divider. I love dividers. I think this time I'm going to rotate this one to make it slant a bit, because the letters are slant. I just duplicate, bring one here, duplicate again, Ctrl J, bring one here. All right, so I think this and these are too close to. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do now, I'm just going to align all of them to ensure that they are properly aligned. Then I'm going to, let me bring in the location icon. I'm going to use it here. Right, I copied it and I pasted here, Ctrl C, Ctrl V. So I'm going to, I just hope I'm not too fast. I'm going to reduce it. When I walk, I sing. Life is not hard. Life is not hard. One thing about design is that time will always tell. At first, when you're starting off, you just have to keep on practicing, right? But with time, you are going to see your hands so strong. Even when you're sleeping and a design is given to you, you will still do it, right? So don't stress your brain with what concept am I going to do. You have the Spirit of God, man. Okay, so the way I'm copying this thing now is I'm going to use Ctrl A to highlight, to select, or Ctrl C to copy. Then I just close it. Then I'll bring it here and I'll use Ctrl V to paste it. I'll do the same thing here, Ctrl A, Ctrl C, I remove it. Then I'll paste it here, Ctrl V. I'll do the same thing here, Ctrl A, Ctrl C, I remove it, and I use Ctrl V. So let me select the layers together and just reduce it, because I want them to be at the same size. That's why. All right, so let's still reduce. Oh, something I forgot to do. So this I'm going to use magic wand to remove that white from the from the YouTube, for a reason you know later. You got no later, man. So now I'm going to separate them. No, let YouTube be the last. Then I'm going to separate them. Okay, Instagram is a senior brother. Okay, so here we are. I'm going to group them together. All right, so let me align again now. Let me group them together. Now you already know this, I've explained this before, and just align, make sure they are at the middle. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to bring in the pictures that I'm going to use. I just hope I'm able. Where's this picture? Just hold on. Okay, this is one. Hold on. So I'm going to put it here. All right, so let's scale it down. First of all, when I'm dealing with stuff like this, because I want her head out of the her head above the boss, what I'm going to do, I want a part of her head above the boss a bit. So what I'm going to do is to reduce the opacity so that I can see the shape, Then I'll begin to adjust. let's just raise it up. We're going to adjust, you know, a bit. All right, so the next thing, I can bring back the opacity now. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to select that same layer, then hold my control, then this is the shape that I'm going to you know, clip it to, right? I'm going to just click on this, what's it called, layer thumbnail, right? Then I'll take my polygonal lasso tool, right? Then make sure it's on addition or whatever. Then I just select this place, you know, that's the place I want to spare. Then I right click, select inverse, pium. Then I know a lot of people use this thing here, what's it called, layer mask. They will wipe it, and it is unnecessary, because now that part that I trimmed off, I don't want to have it again, right? So what's the essence of keeping it for no reason, right? So I just get rid of it. So for the other picture, what I'm going to do is that, sorry, let me quickly get a design where I use that picture, and I'm going to import that picture. I won't lie, I'm going to just take it from another design, because I don't know, it should be far where I'm supposed to get that picture. Where is this design? No filters, no filter. Okay, all right. So what I'm just going to do, I'm going to get the design from here. I just move it and I'll bring it here. Sorry, forgive me. So let's go and look for, okay, yeah, I want to ensure that it's on top, so I bring it down a little bit, right? So I'm going to ungroup the picture, right? So let me even change the black color first. It's giving me, let me change the black color first. So I'm going to move this in a bit, right? So excuse me, I'm going to move this in a bit and see how I'm going to raise it up. So I want the head above. I can as well reduce the opacity to see what I'm doing. Okay, then this one, I'm just going to blow this one up a bit, because he is the pastor. Then let's raise it up. So now I'm also going to use the same method to trim this. I hold my control, select this, take my polygonal lasso tool, right, and adjust, you know. Then this one, the same thing, I just hold my control and I get rid of it. Hope we are getting it. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to change the you know, the color of this picture to black. Since I already have you know grayscale here, I'm going to change this to grayscale. I can use Control Shift Alternate B just to get it. Then I use Control L, you know, to adjust the levels. Just adjust the levels. Then I can use Control M. Sorry, should I be showing you short keys? Let's go and bring it where it is. Control M, that's curves. Then I just brighten it up a bit. There's another method you can use, but you know, we're going to camera raw. All right, so maybe I should just increase this thing a little bit. There's space. Okay. So the next thing I'm going to do now, this thing is too much. The next thing I'm going to do now is the background, right? So now you now find out that now I am able to I'm able to control the background now, simply because okay, let me adjust, let me group these together and centralize them. I'm yet to do that. I said it. So now, because I've been able to arrange this, I can now comfortably sort out my background stuff, right? Still have a long way to go, and we have to be fast so that the video. So now what I'm going to do, there are two types of background. I have a video that I explained that. Somebody just look for it on my channel. Your background can either be a background image or a background color. So what I'm going to use is a background color, not a background image. So I'm gradually shifting from background image. I've used it for a long time. So I'm going to draw okay, I'm going to draw a rectangle. Let's change the color to maybe green first. All right, so I'm going to draw a rectangle. Sorry, let's widen it, let's spread it. So the next thing I'm going to do now is that I'll come to edit, transform part, and I'm going to use I think, okay, let me use WAP to transform it. So what this is going to help me do, you see, I'll be able to move this inside. Yeah, I'm able to adjust the anchor points. Yeah, so now let's see. All right, so I'm just going to bring these ones closer. So let's move these out first. All right, let's see how we adjust, and I'm going to bring these ones closer. Should be hiding at the back of these people, right? So now let's see okay. All right, so on and so forth. So now we've been able to get a shape of the background. This is how I want it to look like. So the next thing that we're going to do now, all right, is to do what I call layer shape styling. When have you ever, if you're a lady, you know that it is important you do makeup while going out, right? Maybe for a wedding, as a guest or whatever. And the question is, why do ladies do makeup? It's simply because they want to look attractive, right? They want to steal the show. No woman want to appear in a canna way, right? So also your design, you must wear your design makeup whether you like it or not. So the next thing I'm going to do, first of all, I'm going to switch the colors to white now. All right, so if I knew, alternatively, if you know you are going to switch the color to white, I think I made that mistake while starting off. You're supposed to use a black background, so that's because this is a double work for me now. You see now, I apologize for that. But the reason why I also had to stick with a white background is because I need here white. I'm going to do with white so that I'll be able to, I don't want black to give me another vibe. I should be able to vibe all along with my design. All right, so the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in we're going to choose colors for number one I'm colors.co. Do so. All right, let's go. So we are going to explore palettes. So now this is a combination. We're going to do a gradient of green, right? So if you want to know more about all these things, I have a course that is cheap. I'm doing a promo right now. I have two packages. Number one, you can get the course for 10,000 naira, and that 10,000 naira you are just going to sit with the course on your own. But if you take the 20,000 naira package, I'm going to add you to my mentorship group where we're just going to be, is a promo, right? So after this January or whenever I choose to increase it, is going up, right? is going to the normal price, which is 40,000 naira without mentorship and 60,000 naira with mentorship, right? So let's go. Whoo! So the next thing we're going to do, let us first of all style this green, right? So I'm going to look for two variations of green. All right. Okay, now I'm going to use this as the darker green. So I'm going to come to layer styling. I'm going to do gradient. So let's go. First of all, let's put it to 90 degree. And okay, so next we are going to let's get this lighter one, right? Okay, so now you find out that the dark one, the dark is not showing much, so we are going to, you know, adjust it in a way that we are going to see it. Okay. All right, here and here and here and here we go. Okay, so the next one is, let's change the color that is behind this picture. We are going to use yellow. Let's look for yellow. My favorite yellow should be at the top. I think this was my favorite yellow. Did they rearrange these things? Let me see how this one works. So I'm just gonna put it there. That one is not working. Let me check this. So I'm gonna put it there. Okay, I can manage that. Then let's use you know, red, a kind of red for this. Not that red exactly. Let's get another red. Z-bed. Okay, let's use this. No, it's not working. According to my boy, say it's not working. Okay, cool. That's still not working. Let's get this one. This should work. All right. So that's it. So the next one is, I'm going to give this a gradient of orange, an orange you know, styling. So it's going to be a combination of this and this. Yes. So I'm also going to, let me give it something. Then this one, I'm going to lighten this one up. You know, sorry, I'm going to lighten it up a bit. Okay. So what I've succeeded in doing with this one is to give it a kind of a reflection somewhere to make it more realistic. Yeah, did that do well with that? Then okay, sorry. Did that do well with that? Okay, maybe no. All right, this is better. Doesn't have to be too much. All right. So what's next? Meanwhile, I'm going to bring in. I'm going to look for where am I going to see that image now? Where am I going to see that image now? Where is Ignite? No, that's video. Where is Ignite? Somebody be patient now. Where did I put this? Where did I put it? Not here, right? Not here. But meanwhile, I can use another image to just illustrate. Where's me? let me bring in this image, for instance, to just illustrate. Then I'm going to put it there, ensure that I scale it down. Remember, I will have to bring down, I have to reduce the opacity. Mind you, this is not the image that I used originally, right? I can't lay hand on that one now. A lot of folders on my stuff, so I don't want to waste your time, because I don't want this video is already long, because I'm trying to slow down for us. So I'm gonna blend it in. So I'm gonna let's reduce the opacity still. All right, so the next thing that's gonna happen now is that I'm going to duplicate this background shape, right? I'll duplicate it, then I'm going to flip the direction of the, what's it called, I'm going to flip the direction of the gradient. Then I'll just do a perspective, something like this. All right, so on and so forth. So for the white background, I'm going to come here. There's a white background that I'm using. I love it. I'm going to just copy, bring it here. All right, then let it go to the bottom. Then I'm going to use my it's my own right, because it's on my who's playing. So I'm just gonna blow it a bit. So I'm going to, I'm not sure this thing is dark enough. Let me see what I can do about it. This screen is not catching my attention yet, man. I just hope maybe. Okay, so on and so forth. So what's the next thing now? Here I'm just going to get rid of some part of this, because the background is conflicting with the letters, so you have to get rid of some parts, but every other parts, they are okay for me. Then what's next? So I'm also going to just copy this layer style, and I'll bring it to this cycle. All right, so okay, I think that's okay. No need doing it the other way around. I think that's okay. Then I'm also going to give a gradient styling to the text, where I'm going to use an angle of 0. Then I bring this here and just then this has to be entirely white. Then I copy it and I paste it here, because I don't have to be doing it again. Copy it and I paste it here. All right, so on and so forth. So this gradient, I will have to use it for, let's group these social media handles together. Let's group them and even let's merge them. So let's give it that gradient fill. Now let's use 0. Let's use 0. All right, but let's change the direction of the angle. All right. Then I'm also going to copy it Yeah, so for more info, let's ungroup. For more info, I'll paste it there too. Then this, I'll paste it there too. Then this January, I just changed the color to this yellow alone. All right. So the next thing I'm quickly going to do, oh, I have not written their names. The next thing I'm quickly going to do is to, select this, right? Select this. I'm going to rasterize layer, right? Then I'll come to filter, gallery, filter gallery, and I'm going to give it a grain. Grain is under texture. Just going to give it a grain fill. Then I'm going to do the same to this one. I'll first of all have to rasterize layer. Then I'm going to do the same to it. Then this as well, I'm going to rasterize. Now there's a way I can merge all the whole stuff and do the grain, but I don't want it on the image, on the pictures, right? So that's the reason why I'm just doing it one after the other. Even this has to be, this has to be filtered, right? This also has to be filtered. Then the text, I'm going to group all of them together, right? I'm just going to group, then I'll duplicate just to preserve one, then I merge these together and boom. I'll have to increase the one on the text. It's not showing properly. I'll have to increase the intensity. You see? All right. So also, if you want to apply it to this text, you can also apply it to this text if you want to. You can also apply it to all these tests if you want to, but I just do not want it on the images, right? I do not want it on the images. Let me see if I can add texture to this artist image. So smooth, as if let me see if I can add texture to it. Could see, so on and so forth. What haven't we done? I think the only thing we've not done is to add their names, right? The only thing we've not done is to add their names, so on and so forth. But meanwhile, this is how we wrote. This is how I achieved this particular style of flyer. If you want more, just subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me on TikTok, right? Designs by Remans. Follow me on TikTok and let me know in the comments how you feel, or you have a question, you have a contribution, or whatever. There's a tutorial you want me to do next, just put it in the comment, or you can say thank you in the comment. I will appreciate it. Thank you, and this is how we are going to call it a day. See you in my next video.